Here is why I changed brokerages and why you should consider that too. Finally, I feel like I'm ready to make a video to explain why I changed companies, the benefits of my new company, and why you should consider that too if you are a real estate agent. So let's get into it. So what is Real and what you should know about it? Real is a cloud-based brokerage that allows real estate agents to earn income compared to classic brokerages. So what do I mean by that? Obviously, you have your classic. You sell a house, you earn your commission, and that's how most real estate agents earn their money. That's how most real estate agents earn most of their money, and that's a good thing. That's what we do, that's how we do it, and that's why we do it. But then companies like Real came along where they have expanded opportunities for real estate agents to make money. First off, they have things like lower splits, but then they also have profit share and stock options because it's publicly traded and all these things that make this company super beneficial for someone like myself. So I wanted to cover a couple details. I have a slide here that I'm going to share as I cover. We can kind of go over it together so that we know what I'm talking about and see if this is something that would make sense for you. And if you have any questions, as always, reach out to me, shoot me a text, book a meeting right there directly, and we could talk about what I like about it and honestly what I don't like about it too. So I'm an open book. Real, like I said, was founded in 2014. It currently operates in 45 states plus Canada. It has over 8,000 agents, so it's growing rapidly. Like when I joined, I think there were like 2,500 agents, and now we're at over 8,000. When I joined, we were at 7,000, and that's like not even a year ago. So company is growing rapidly, and it's known. Everybody knows about it. Year-to-date revenue is about 174 million. Year-to-date transactions 16,000. And it is listed on NASDAQ, so it's a publicly traded company, and the code on NASDAQ is REAX. These are the kind of the base solutions of the company and what makes this company better than other companies and more exciting than other companies, right? First, keep more, right? Keep more of your commission with very generous splits and a low cap. So the splits are really low, which we're going to get into in a little bit later. And there's a very low cap. The cap is $12,000. The reason why a company like this allows you to have generous splits and a low cap is not because they don't provide value in the background with CRMs, data, education, and all that stuff. It's because the main reason is they don't have brick and mortar. So there's no offices, so the expense on that side of things drops significantly, and that's why they are able to operate at a profitable stage easier than most brokerages, and it's simply because they do not have brick and mortar. Because for most real estate brokerages, brick and mortar is the most expensive expense they have. So that's why that's really important. Two, build wealth. We're also going to get into this in more depth, but basically you build ownership in Real through various stock options. So there's different ways where you can earn stock at Real. First off, you can choose to have a percentage of your commission go to your stock purchases, and then the company will give you a certain percentage as a bonus if you do that. And then also after, if you cap, you get a stock bonus, and there's other options as well on how to earn stock. Tech. The tech is amazing in this company. We use multiple different sources of tech that are, a lot of it is in-house developed, that gives you the independence of first off, your client's data not being stolen and sold by other third-party companies. It is consistently being developed. The app that we have is a world-class app. You can create transactions and basically go through the entire stage of the transaction on your phone. I know a lot of companies have this. A lot of companies that I even interviewed with told me that they have the app, but then when you look at the app, it's tough to use, and that's why most agents don't use any of these apps that brokerages have, because they're not user friendly, right? And this company, I'm not because I work here, but I tested a bunch of these apps and I see how much work they put into it to make it just really simple. It almost feels like Apple designed the app, right? Like that's how simple it is, and I really like that. Training and education. This is my favorite part. I love training and I love education. I love learning about the business. I love always understanding what's working, what's not working, what are people doing. And one thing about this company is that everyone who's involved throughout the country and even Canada, they will teach what they do, right? The agents who are training you, who are teaching you how to do things, are the agents who are actually doing that exact same thing. It's proven, it's working in their market. Maybe you can tweak it and make it your own, but that's who's teaching. There's no coaching or anything like that. It's real people teaching to real agents, talking about their struggles. There's literally Zoom classes every day 2 or 3 of them that are extremely valuable. Like that just has blown my mind. Like I had just used one niche I got the other day from one of the people that I learned, and I'm probably gonna get like 4 listings out of that. Just an email of how they taught me how to do it. And these are things that I love and appreciate, so it's really important. Revenue share, super attractive. Revenue share, obviously, for people who have ever looked into a company that does revenue share, it's really simple. Basically, if you recruit agents, you earn revenue share from all the agents that you recruit. That's the simple idea. The way it works, we're gonna get into details later, but that's basically kind of the idea behind it. Like I said earlier, supportive community, right? The agents who are teaching classes or agents who are supporting you. If you have a question, my old brokerage, we did this. When you had a question, people would always give you answers, but it was mostly real estate agents in Rhode Island, which I appreciated. But if you had a more in-depth question, I mean, I'm getting perspectives from people all over the country, and it's just fantastic. Like the abundance of information they receive, it's something you can't beat. Let's go back to keep more of the splits. This is what the splits look like. 85-15 split. So the company will keep 15%, 85% goes to the agent, no monthly fees, and it's a $12,000 annual cap. So when you pay into the company about $12,000, then you are at 100%. You're earning about 100% commission. In order for you to be earning 100%, you have to sell about 3.9 million in real estate, and then you will earn 100%. So it's really not that complicated. It's pretty easy. Let's go to the wealth part. The company is listed on NASDAQ as REAX, and you basically build ownership in 4 ways: stock purchase plan, cap and awards, attracting awards, and elite agent stock awards. So let's get into depth in all of them. All right, so stock purchase plan before cap. So basically, if you put 5% of your commission paid out in stock, the company will give you a 15% bonus, and then after cap, if you pay 10% of your commission paid out in stock, the company will give you a 30% bonus, right? If you put 10% of your commission into the stock, the company is going to give you a 30% on top of that. So it's really amazing, a way to continue to build something for the long run rather than just commission that you have on a daily basis. Capping and attracting awards, right? So agent count against 7 to 10,000, $12,000 cap. Agents who cap, you get 250 shares when you cap, and when you attract agents, you get an extra 125 shares. The agents that cap at 12,000. Now there's another $6,000 cap that's for teams, but we're not going to get into that. We're going to make a new video about that and explain how it works for teams. Elite Agent Stock Award. An elite agent is somebody who has paid about $6,000 in post-transaction fees. So the transaction fee again was $285. So if you paid $6,000 worth of $285 in transaction fees, that's when you will become an elite agent. Or if you earn more than $500,000 in commission, you will become an elite agent. And then the company will award you an extra $16,000 in stock, which is absolutely amazing. Also, these are some new additions that honestly I haven't even researched in depth yet, but they're really cool because, I mean, just think about the importance of this one. Willable revenue share. Willable revenue share program will officially launch early 2023 and will offer ability to provide for your loved ones or designating a beneficiary to receive your revenue share participating in the event of your passing. Note, the beneficiary will not be required to get a real estate license in order to earn revenue share. So it doesn't really matter if they have a real estate license. Basically, if you attract a bunch of agents into the company and you start earning a significant amount of revenue share, for some reason, God forbid something happens to you, you can put a person in place where they will get that benefit from you even long after you're gone. So it's absolutely amazing. Then there's some other new things that were added. Co-sponsored revenue share, joint venture profit sharing, stock purchasing program access. I'm not going to get into too much detail on those, but if you want more information, just reach out to me and I'll send you the slide basically. I'll send you the PDF. You can review it for yourself and you can go from there. All right, so state-of-the-art tech. Again, I spoke about the app. We use Workplace as a form of communication. That's where we communicate with all the agents across the country. That is absolutely amazing. And then we also use Chime. Chime is a really good CRM, which is partnered with Real, and you get a huge discount if you decide to use it. Absolutely amazing. It's it's a state-of-the-art CRM. Training and education, daily live training education with proven top brokers, agents, and industry influencers. Again, the people who are teaching you are people who are walking the talk. It's people who are either agents, brokers, who are experts at recruiting, who are experts at retaining agents, who are experts at selling real estate, generating leads, marketing, branding, all that stuff. It's people who are doing it exactly in real estate. This is not ideas. No one's giving you outdated ideas, something that worked in 2005 or year 2000 and you are still trying to do because that's what they're telling you to do, right? These are people that are doing these things in real time. You can look them up. You can see their production. You can see that these are things that are working for them, and this is what these people are doing. All right, so let's get to my favorite part, the revenue share. All right, so there is 5 tiers of the revenue share. On the first revenue share, you get up to $4,000 per referred agent per year for capping agents. Remember how you had the $12,000 where you cap? That's how much you would get if you hired somebody who would cap. Basically, somebody who would contribute $12,000 in the company. Out of that $12,000, you would get $4,000 back. So the company is basically rewarding you for bringing new agents into the company. So you would get $4,000 per agent that caps. An agent that caps is an agent that does close to $4 million. No, basically you need to bring 9 people in that tier, and then you would unlock tier 2, which you would get 4%, so up to $3,200. Then after 14 people that tier, you can unlock tier 3, $2,400, and then so on. It goes on, but you can see it in the slide here. Pretty self-explanatory. Okay, supportive community. Leverage the supportive community of thousands of real estate agents spanning the US and Canada. Okay, this is kind of a map of where we currently are. The only places that we are not, you can see, are in the red. Everything blue is where we are, and still growing, right? The company is not stopping. The growth is just fantastic, and the speed of the growth is unstoppable. Additional benefits coming in 2023. I really like this a lot. So you have Real Signature. Beginning early Q2, agents will have access at no cost to version 1 of Real Signature, the company's proprietary alternative to DocuSign, right? So pretty much most agents use DocuSign or Dotloop, right? But these are third-party companies, right? So when we enter our clients' information in those companies, we are basically giving those companies permission to use that data for other things too. They're not only using it for real estate. So Dotloop is owned by Zillow. Most agents, I think, know that. And a company that is owned by a different company, they're going to use that. They're going to advertise to your clients. You're basically giving your hard-earned data to these companies for free because you need them to sign documents. So Real has created its own DocuSign where you can use it and you can feel secure that your data is not being shared with any other company. It's staying with the company that you work with and you work for. So I think that's really cool. New consumer app. Work continues on the new consumer app, which will have buyers connect with mortgage providers for their lending needs. This product will launch by the end of June. So they're still working on designing the app. Again, state-of-the-art app, very simple, easy to use for consumers where they can connect with lenders, look for property in there, right? Personally, I mean, there's a lot of those apps. It's a bigger fight to fight for Real, but I think it's good to have. It's not something I'm super excited about, to be honest, because there's just a lot of moving pieces in order for us to get a consumer to use a different app. They're kind of used to their things, right? So it is what it is, but we have it. It's one of the best apps you can have, so that's also really important. Real Rewards. We're in the process of exploring a rewards program that would leverage the collective strength of the Real organization to extend all agents, group health insurance benefits, and discounts and services all benefit from, such as cell phone plans, co-working spaces, etc. This is really important because something that a lot of real estate agents struggle with, especially when I first started, is that you have to get insurance as a independent contractor. That's not an easy task. It's not really easy to do, to go get your own insurance. I know how much I pay for my insurance for myself and my wife right now, and it's a lot of money. So it's really exciting that a company is providing these kinds of plans. Not a lot of companies provide that. You know that because probably the company that you work for right now does not give you any health insurance plans. So that's a big deal. And then there's going to be co-working spaces where you can kind of share co-working with other people. Cell phone plans, we'll see what kind of, maybe like real phones. I don't know. Whatever they're going to call that, but real phones, right? Real phones. Trademark that. All right, so I know this was an in-depth video about the company, but on top of that, besides all of the benefits that I shared. This company is for the person who is looking for a futuristic company, for a company that's thinking 10 to 15 to 20 years ahead. These are the companies that you should consider, especially if you're an agent who plans to be in the business for 10 to 15 years. So keep that in mind. And on top of that, what I do like is I really, really appreciate how involved the leadership of the company, the CEO, CFO, CMO, everybody on top, how involved they are on a daily basis. That blew my mind. I remember when I first joined, I went into a workplace and I asked like a random question. It was something about finances, and the CEO tagged the CFO of the company and they answered my question directly. I'm like, man, don't lose that spirit, because it's so important, because in a lot of companies you feel like you don't even know who the CEO or the founder is. Most companies you don't even know because they have zero engagement. So I really appreciate the big involvement, the culture that is created in the company. I think it's super important. Again, if you have any questions about the company, consider it. There's so many opportunities, so many ways to earn income, to grow, that will help you build your brand, to learn from top producers all over the country. I mean, it's just, there's so much that, I mean, even this video right now is going to be super long probably, but it's just so much information that I have to share that is important, that really is beneficial for the everyday real estate agent. Because at the end of the day, it's about us, and it's about us selling real estate, and we should benefit in more ways than just earning commission. You know, a lot of consumers out there will think that we earn a lot of money and make a lot of money, and some people will earn a good living doing this, but the amount of work and hustle that goes into it, it's something that we only know. All those things should be rewarded in multiple ways. And things like revenue shares, stock plans, stock purchasing, stock rewards, these are things that are different ways where agents should be rewarded. Because at the end of the day, we are the industry. Brokerages should be tools and bridges that help us get to the client in the most efficient way, but we are the industry. We are what makes this industry great, and hopefully you found some value in this video. If you're interested in talking more about this company, about what I'm doing, about exactly, you know, this, but in more detail, I can even connect you to people in the top. Let me know. I'm excited to hear from you, and I'll see you in the next video.